You hear that all right? I'm just gonna noodle around until somebody comes. Auto Grand Amore. I gotta learn how to work this Facebook thing, y'all. Apologize for not being here at 7. But you pull up with your stuff and we'll work it out. It's really about understanding how to drive this instrument around, or any instrument for that matter. For instance, say something moves in minor thirds. That's a diminished, right? Right? 3 half steps. So you would play like something like this over there. But if you understand the instrument, right there, it's all right there. So then you go. So then here will be yep. Stuff like that. Just noodling around. Okay, so you got this part. Okay. I'm going over that. Yeah, we go there. Right? Watch this. Same scale. Move the same thing down. Yeah. To a 5 chord. To a 2 to 5. Now I'm gonna show you how I deal with that. You could move this, you can move the same thing up. Based off of this. Okay, so I could go. Instead of going here. I could go. Had this guitar and some heat, and my neck is trying to bend a little bit. Yeah. So you could go. A lot of different ways you could go. It's only this way or that way, but there's a lot of combinations. See that? You can go that way. You could go. You can go that way. You can go. That way. So there's a lot of things you can do. Go. Do that. That's the bridge. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it yet, but I know there's a lot of different ways. A lot of stuff you can do, but I can show you one way, like right away, for any changes that you bring. Simple solutions. I can fix it with things that you probably already know. Not much to the instrument. Most people out here have enough under their fingers to do anything with any changes they want. It's just how you look at it, how you putting it all together. Everybody's learning pieces and not the whole thing, so it's confusing. You learn the whole thing, then you understand where all these pieces go. So what I'm doing is I'm showing the whole thing. You come with the changes, I'm gonna show you the simple bottom root answer for it, and it's gonna be right every time. But I can't play it for you. You gotta play it yourself. You know, I can just show you the playing field, and that I can do in any situation. That's it. Hmm? That's that. Yeah, y'all gotta work with me for a minute though, 'cause I don't know what I did to get this up and running tonight either. This happened on the first night too. But when I get it rolling, I got help for a lot of people here. Simple help, you know. Show you that you're making it more difficult than it really is. Yeah, so there's a lot of ways to do it. I can show you the easiest one. And then I can show you the other options too. It's always more than one way to go. Just like, let me see. Trying to find two chords and different keys. Okay, so we're gonna treat this B flat major 7 as a 4 in F 2 3 4. We're gonna treat this as a 1 in the key of D. Remember, that's a 4, so we're here. That's what it is there. Here's there. Sit there. You got it there. See, you can let yourself go once you understand what it is. There's no changes that are hard. There really aren't. There's changes that you don't know. You don't know what it is. Now it's hard. On this instrument, any change is really simple if you understand the instrument, how to work the instrument, how to drive it through the song. The song is giving you the directions. You got to learn how to drive the music and follow the directions with the instrument. People want to say on the instrument, with the instrument. You know, if it says do this, take the instrument and do it. Not try to do that on here. Take this and do it. Drive the instrument, right? I do a short series on blues from when you're going. Understand it like that. No music here telling me to do that. I just move stuff around on the instrument. And that's all the music is telling you to do. It's telling you to do it the way that the instrument does it. Same music might tell another instrument the same thing, but it's going to be a different way on that instrument. It's telling you the same way. Got to learn the animal itself. I know that me making this claim that you can bring your changes and I can help you. I know it's hard to believe. Nobody really has the nerve to try something like that. But I'm telling you, this thing is so simple that when you bring your changes, I'm going to give you simple answers. And then I'm going to send you the PDF of the playing field so that you can just practice yourself. Yeah, and I can do that if you bring 2 bars. I can do that in less than 5 minutes. I can have the answers for you in less than 5 minutes. I can show you here how they sound. And then I'll send you the PDF of the play. Well, not the PDF, but a link to the PDF in my Dropbox. Yeah, all free. So get your changes together and come on. You know, that's the big problem, it seems, for everybody. Answers right here. Simplicity, clarity, you know, easy to navigate, you know, immediately applicable, you know, right off the bat. As soon as I give it to you, you can use it. Not a bunch of studying, and you're going to be surprised at what I give you, because most of you already know it. Yeah, you just don't understand. You know stuff, but you don't understand. A lot of really great players out there that don't have the understanding. But wait until you get it, and it's simple. It's simple. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. If it was, I couldn't do it. See here. I'm gonna do I like this tune, I Remember You. I'm gonna do that for you. If I could find it. I need these at times, and I'm fighting the feeling. Missed that ending. But kids just knowing what it is though, you know. And if you learn this thing, you'll be playing by ear in no time through any changes, just about, you know. And if you can't do that, you'll be able to figure out what it is right there on the spot. Like you'll be able to say, that's this chord, this is what I do in that situation, or this chord goes to this chord, this is the situation. You're going to learn situations, and there aren't a whole lot of them here on this instrument. This is the most simple instrument out of all the melodic and chord instruments. This one's simple. You just have to do it the way that a guitar does it. Theories just explains the movement. That's all that is, you know. So when you can't get from one place to another, theory might help you and it might not, you know. It's about the movement, the physical movement, understanding how the instrument deals with things, you know, how the instrument deals with changes. That's what it's about. Not about learning more theory. More theory is cool. Again, theory explains the movement. Music gives you the directions. This is the terrain to follow the directions on. And theory describes the movement that you make. That's what theory is. Okay? You gotta find out, you gotta know that you gotta know that you started on a 7. 1, 2, 3, you know, 4, 5. You gotta know that kind of stuff if you want to be able to play through any changes. What's that? My brother grew up with George Benson in Pittsburgh, right? He would come up here to Detroit. Well, he was here in Detroit, and when George would come to play at Baker's or somewhere like that, they would hang out. He said that he would see George sometimes between a song messing with stuff, and then it seems like he would just say like, that was it, you know? And then he mentioned he saw me doing that. And I can tell him what it is. It's when you're in a situation and there's a lot of situations in songs that'll bring up harmonies that you haven't, situations you haven't been in before, harmonic situations, right? You haven't been there. So your ear, you might find it and you might do something acceptable to it when it happens, but you want to know what it is. So what he sees me doing is figuring the chords and then seeing exactly what it is and just, dummy, it was this, it was that. The answer's always really simple every time. But you just run into harmonies that are unfamiliar to your ear. Let me give you an example of why. There's 7 chords in the key, right? So let's take B flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then you back to 1, right? Okay, so now that means every key has those 7 chords. Now, if you're going to play back and forth between 2 keys, you got 7 chords on each side, right? So that means there's 7 times 7 harmonic combinations. If you say, like say, I'm going to take the first chord against all 7 of those chords, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 combinations. You go to the 2 chord on this side against all 7 of them. That's 7 more. When you get done, you got 49 harmonic situations, right? That these 2 keys cover them all because they all came from these 2 keys. But it might be a chord combination that you haven't heard right before, and you wonder what it is. And when you figure it out, you'll see that it sits in a family with other stuff that you've done before, and the answer is the same. This key to that key. So when you run across those things, you'll be able to figure them out if you understand this. And that's what I'm here for. I'm going to start out giving anybody that wants help simple solutions where they can play and they don't have to try to figure out what's going on. You know, I'll give you the answer. This is what to play. This is the playing field. I can't play it for you. I can give you the playing field. And what you do with the elements of music is going to be up to you. You know, rhythm, harmony, melody, rhythm, whatever, you know, whatever order you want to say that in. Harmony, melody, rhythm, melody, harmony, or, you know, melody, harmony, whatever. Those are the 3 elements. That's what you got to do with the playing field. I would probably say, look at it as a drummer. Because rhythm is the most important. I mean, yeah, you play a bunch of notes and you sound good and impressive and all of that, but you could take 2 or 3 notes and play the right rhythms and get everybody in the room on your side, you know. Seriously, I had a guy to show me that, you know, while I was back in my jazz days trying to play a bunch of stuff. He was funky. He'd take 2, 3 notes and have a whole room swaying with him, you know. So I would say look at the playing field as a drummer, and all these notes are drums with different tones. And then you won't get so hung up. Just play the drums on the notes. You know, they call a piano a percussion instrument because you're hammering on it. Look at the guitar the same way, you know, but you got to know it. People know that piano because it's laid straight out. There's a system to this bad boy. I call it the system of guitar, and it makes everything on it simple. Simple. All right, look, I'm going to go ahead and close this off for tonight. Meanwhile, I will work on trying to get this thing up and running on time. And I apologize again, but I switched from my personal page to the page with the system of guitar on it. And it did some stuff. I don't know. I need to practice just going live and yeah. But anyway, I'll be at it again. I was going to have one again tomorrow, but I got to play twice tomorrow now, so I'm not going to be able to do it. But stay tuned to my page, The System of Guitar, and I'll be putting another one up soon. And if you got those changes and they're giving you an issue, I got simple, quick, immediately applicable answers. Everybody, have a good one.